Hi, good afternoon. Myself, Mohammed Rashid over here, representing as the CEO of King Karak. So, what is basically a Karak means? You might be wondering, what is this term that I've heard for the first time? Nothing to worry about. Karak is a term defined for tea in Arabic language. It means the same form of tea, but in a more executive and tasteful and meaningful flavors. An Indian population of 144 crores, India is one of the largest consumers of tea around the world. And do you think people over here drink tea for a normal form of way? No. People drink tea, it's a form of socializing, it's a form of communication, and it's a form of stress buster for a lot of people around the world. And it's mostly in India, as India is one of the biggest market for the tea plant estimation. And then at the same time, as a consumer of tea and a producer of tea, India plays a vital role in this. So, why did we think of bringing why did we think of bringing as Karak into this entrepreneurship subject? So basically, me as an NRI over here, um, my teammates also, there's one of my CA members who is also an NRI. When we came to Chennai, we recently saw that there was not enough spiceful flavors of tea available over here. The same amount of tea we used to have it back in our place, we used to have it over here, and we always wondered why is that the tea is not any meaningful and not in taste. So we thought, why not use this opportunity to introduce a King Karak into this? So that's when we introduced our King Karak, and we did a lot of research throughout it and a lot of marketing analysis and every single detail with it. And over here, I present you my CMO of the company, Mr. Shahal Amin, as a marketing strategy expert.
Greetings, I'm Shahul Patel, the CMO of King Karak Enterprises. Today I would like to share my experience and the works we took to market this new enterprise into the Indian audience and the Indian market. Um, we wanted to create a new presence. To create a new presence, we have to be attractive in the field. So to get attractive, we chose a bright and eye-catching color scheme. Bright and so for the bright factor, we used bright yellow color, and to contrast it, we used black. So these two color schemes would really help in the eye-catching nature, which would attract more customers, and you try to for people to try. So it would help us extremely. We did that, and then we used the we tried many methods to understand the market and how we can enter it. So we did many interviews and surveys, which have already been posted. We also did the many estimations, like the available market of tea drinkers in India, which is extremely huge. And to replace a normal tea with a different take on it is a rough task, but we are trying to do it. And to do all those, we did many surveys, many interviews and analysis. Uh, So all these have helped us tremendously. We also try to use a new age marketing and advertising, such as to use social media. We use many platforms such as Instagram and Twitter. These platforms mainly work on the basis of hashtags, and these hashtags help in informing her in pushing the posts. So we use precise placement of these hashtags to attract our primary section of customers. The which also help in pushing our brand even further. These are all the methods we used, and we are also keen on implementing new methods to push our brand even more. Thank you. This is the CMO of Team Karak, and I would like to bring the CFO to show the financial plans and etc. of our brand. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Tanvir Haq, and I have been appointed as CFO for this venture correcting, and I'm going to discuss about the financial plan. First is the startup cost. Our startup cost was around 40,000 rupees, in which raw materials accounted for about 10,000, and equipment cost was about 5,000 rupees. For registering our business, the total amount required was about 15,000 rupees, and we have also created a website for this venture. For that, the total expenses were about 10,000 rupees. Our fixed asset is about 5 lakh rupees. Now the product launch expenses were about 10,000 rupees, and our rental expenses are about 5,000 rupees per month. We also provide facility of supplying our product to different offices and stationery. For that, the total cost required is about 5,000 rupees, and our other miscellaneous expenses are about 3,000 rupees. For this venture, we have contributed an amount of 3 lakh rupees and we did not receive any loan from any bank or etc. Now the profit and loss income statement. For the month of January, our cash sales were about 12,500 rupees and the number of units sold were 500. Price per unit is around 25 rupees. Therefore, the total sales were around 12,500. Now, cost of services is around 7,500 and cost per unit is around 15 rupees. Therefore, the gross profit for the month of January was around 5,000 rupees. Now, fixed expenses. We provide a salary of 6,000 rupees per employee and we have a total of 3 employees in this venture. For promotion purposes, the total expenses were about 5,000 rupees and other utilities expenses were about 2,000 rupees. So the total expenses for the month of January were around 18,000 rupees. Although we experienced loss in the first year of this venture, but we are very confident that it will be highly profitable in the next coming years. Now the financial projections. The number of sales for the year one were around 3,870 and value of each sale contributed for around 10 rupees. Our, our average price per unit is around 25 rupees and average cost per unit is around 15 rupees. The total revenue generated for this year was around 95,000 rupees and our gross profit is around 38,700 and the net profit for the other years is increasing. Now the capital cost. Uh, for the first year, the total cost for the equipment was around 2,05,000 and product development cost was around 95,000 and other expenses were about 3,35,000. Therefore, the total capital cost was around 6,80,000 and our expenses salaries we have given a salary of 76,000 for the first year and marketing and promotion accounted for about 60,000 rupees and other digital marketing and customer services for about 60,000. Therefore, the total expenses for the first year were around 2,20,000. Although we experienced loss, but year by year it's going to increase and we are very confident it will be highly profitable in the next years. And now the unit economics. The revenue, the total amount of revenue is around 25 rupees per piece and COGS is the cost is around 15 rupees. Therefore, the gross profit is around 10 rupees. Gross profit margin is about 41% and our operating costs are around 72 rupees. Thank you. This is all from my side.